Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today I'm going to be talking about the ticker AEZS. This is the DD based on request. So first I'm going to go through technical analysis. I'm going to mention why the price dropped, what my plan for the stock is, and I'm going to go through their presentation as well. So I'm going to go give a little bit of key elements, what I think the catalysts would probably be for the coming ones, and where do I see the stock going. So first of all, 1 month, 1 day interval. So you get to see the average directional index is sitting somewhere around 30, which is a nice movement, but it did have an offering today. So that is a little bit of a sharp decline. Going towards William percent R, we can get to see that the stock is massively oversold. The momentum has received a massive pullback, so that's amazing because you can get any kind of push would probably get the price running. In terms of volume, this has received insane amounts of volume. It's not even comparable from what you usually receive. In terms of the unbalanced volume, there has been a negative unbalance, at least for today, for quite a bit. Going towards the averages, of course, the averages are a little bit messed up because of the offering. So we're going to do quickly a 5 days, 1 hour period in order to try to determine the course of action. So you get to see that the VWAP here is currently sitting on the same level. Actually, the price has been a few times above the VWAP here. It's in the trading action zone, so reversal is likely towards the green. The MACD looks here amazing starting midday, where it shows a little bit of slow growth. Average directional index is a little bit too high for me, but since it's already had an offering, this average directional index has got messed up a little, and averages as well. So this is more of an offering play, and it's more of how you want to play it on in terms of that. The offering for the stock is sitting at 0.45. The current price as we sit on is around 0.3805. I do have to give a disclaimer that I do have a position in it around that average as well, so around 0.38 I bought. And it did dip in the last 5 minutes, but that was because people try not to hold over the long weekend, so I'm fine with that, so I'm confident with this play. Now, when it comes into the point of sale, you would have to consider somewhere like the current resistance is sitting at 0.46, and then following that is probably around 0.50. So there is a high potential for these resistances that are sitting there. Going towards the moving averages, you get to see that the stock is... Sorry, we're going to do first 1 month, 1 day. You can get to see that stock is way below its moving average. So there's a lot of potential for growth here. And especially at this level here, it's very easy for it to jump backwards. So that's one thing that we're considering here. Going towards over here, we get to see that the actual entire plan for the stock and the movement of it. So it seems like it has hit... very close to, well, it has hit its 52-week low, so that's good news for me. The RSI is insanely negative, and we get to see last time that something happened somewhere, I would consider this jump would be somewhere probably a bit towards this massive negative, somewhere around here, towards the bottom, or somewhere around here. And you get to see, even though you get perhaps a little bit of short bursts of green, overall the stock would probably jump on there. Now, the stock is very close to another golden cross, and you can get to see the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA are very close to each other, although it's still considered on a bearish run or a bearish kick. So it seems to be a safe play to play it on this one, but I wouldn't put so much of a massive position in it. Of course, going to the 1 month, 1 hour, we're going to do quickly Fibonacci retracements to try to determine if there's any movement here that we're not seeing. Well, no, but around 0.57 seems to be the next Fibonacci resistance, so it's a little too high. I will consider first the traditional resistance. So now we go over the presentation itself. So going over the presentation, we get to see multiple things here. First off, this is their website, and what they have different products that they're working on, 2 mainly, and the majority of the products goes in towards stunt growth. So this one here is the first and only approved oral drug indicated for diagnosis of adults' growth hormones deficiency. Second one here is a partnership with the global leader in growth hormone deficiency therapeutics markets in the US and Canada, and receives double-digit royalties on sales. Now they did miss their earning report estimate, but that's as well considering the current situation going on. So that's already priced in the day before and followed an offering. So it was a double hit for this stock. In terms of the highlights, child onset growth hormones deficiency here, markets in Europe and globally, increased access through awareness and pipeline expansion is all their plans that they're going forward with. Now, in terms of clinical development strategies, they had positive results announced in April 2020. And what's going to happen right now is they're going to have part 2 of the study, efficiency study, for test efficacy and safety. And what we're considering here is probably there's going to be filings for different FDAs and stuff that they could probably be as well in the middle of the way, where there's different PR and catalysts that might get this stock to be in a positive direction, especially with positive results that are announced in April 2020. And then going forward, you get to see a little bit of what they've done recently. And in fact, it has played in 2019 and 2020 here quite a bit. They were busy in 2020. Now it's safe probably for a couple of months where I wouldn't expect another offering. Going in, announced positive results from CGHD's dose ranging study, whatnot, all this stuff. But the next one, as I said, was the planned start of the CGHD safety and efficacy test. So there's might be a little bit of PR there to be expected. Of course, there's other ones here in terms of the FDAs and stuff. So, but the one really playing closely is Q1 2021. The next exact catalyst that is coming in very shortly, that I'm showing here, that we're gonna look into quickly into the news. You're gonna find that it would be the stock closing in the offering. So that would be the next catalyst, and especially at 0.45, I do expect it to at least jump into the 0.40s. So that's been announced today. Now the closing for this would be on the 7th. So probably wouldn't expect this to see a massive jump before the Wednesday, perhaps. That's been my DD for this stock. Make sure to do your own. Mention down in the comments below what you find. Share, subscribe, and like. And if you would like, I just made a Twitter, so you can join me there. Thanks and have a good day.